Hello everyone, my name is Robert, but to all my friends, family and colleagues, I am just Rob. So for this presentation, a part of my background is that I'm a biochemist. I've always maintained a healthy lifestyle. I've done rock climbing. I've been actively involved in mountain search and rescue for 45 years. My story, and this story, began 13 months ago on a camping trip. I was loading a vehicle to go home and suddenly lost the strength in my legs and my knees collapsed. The camping fridge assisted my downfall. The pain that I felt in my lower back was nauseating. Fast forward, and the pain grew incrementally worse over the next 6 months. I was forced to visit a chiropractor for relief. By this stage, I was sleeping at 45 degrees in the bed as I could not lie flat anymore. Prior to a holiday with severe back spasms and no chiropractor on duty, I, in desperation, resorted to a recommended over-the-counter medicine. This resulted in severe side effects, being a potent nasal drip, extensive coughing that tore 4 sets of intercostal muscles around the damaged vertebra, complicating breathing and throat clearing. I then re-injured my back during a fall backwards over my dog, thus adding to my woes. The following week, the chiropractor took x-rays and I was referred to a neurosurgeon. But as time progressed, racked with pain, greatly incapacitated, and not being able to lie flat, I found myself in a world where any movement was pain, and for all intended purposes, I was bedridden. By this time, my pain had increased to a 10 out of 10. In need of an MRI, I was subsequently admitted to hospital for pain management before I could lie down for the scans. 1 neurosurgeon and 1 MRI later, I was diagnosed with a crushed vertebra and stage 4 prostate cancer, which manifests in the vertebra and further. I was then referred to a urologist. The urologist treated my pain and prescribed hormonal treatment for prostate cancer, after which I was discharged and went home in my bedridden state. To me, this was like a death sentence of pain, serious painkillers and hormonal tablets. However, the following day, our close family friends, Rose and Doug, arrived to introduce me to a brand new concept. And so my journey of LifeWave patching began. Rose contacted the patching lady, Tanya, and she soon arrived at my home to patch me with IceWave and Aeon. This was to be followed by X39 2 days later and to be placed on my neck. However, my head could not bend from the pain. My wife did the continental pillow assistance while my arms lifted me upright for the X39 patch fitting. 3 days. 3 days after the X39 fitting, I discovered that I could sit up for the first time in weeks on my own, in my bed, despite the pain in my back and ribs. And this was the start of my recovery. The next day, with the ease of sitting up, I realized I could almost reach what I needed on the bedside table that was next to me. And feeling surprising strength in my body, I swung my legs out of bed, stood up, and walked a few tentative dinosaur-like steps. This was a huge boost, and gradually my strength started returning to me. 4 days later, I managed to video myself lying flat and then sitting up again in bed, all unassisted. The following day, my back pain disappeared for good. 2 weeks later, sheets of skin peeled off my face, leaving a renewed and relatively wrinkle-free, oily-based skin behind. A month and a half after leaving hospital, my PSA levels had dropped from stage 4 to normal. In addition to patching and hormone treatment and prayer support by folk who called me Rob, I added IV drips, I added health supplements, a parasite cleanse, and I converted to a fully alkaline diet, cutting out sugar, carbohydrates, and dairy. To me, this has been an absolutely mind-blowing Formula One speedy recovery, although I am still work in progress. In closing, I've been patching for 2.5 months, and the effect of X39, Aeon, and Ice patches has really impressed me. In my 3rd week of park gymming with Doug, my X39 has given me the strength and the energy to regain my fitness after a lost year. I trust that my testimony will assist many people who, finding themselves in the depths of pain, darkness, and despair, can find a way out of it as we did. So a big thank you to all of you who played a role in my recovery, especially to my God, family, wife, friends, colleagues, and lastly to a magnificent standalone product called LifeWave.